afternoon, boys and girls, and welcome to the first ever episode of Crappy Pages. In this segment, we'll be reading 3 crappy gaming pastas, that is, creepypastas that have been written in such a form that is just not scary at all, and actually quite funny. So, without further ado, let's begin. The first 2 is written by Reddit God 101, and just to be fair, please do not go and witch hunt. I don't know if these were made to simply make us laugh, or because they were really trying to make a decent creepypasta. So to be fair, at the end of each story, I will go ahead and critique these. Link below if you want to follow along. Not that there's much to follow along, because this first one is clearly not written by someone that knows English. So, without further ado. Number 1, a game called Undertale. I played this game for a while, then was asked by my brother to hack Undertale. I accepted. I was happy, and the next day he said if I get scared, I will let the code out. Scared? You called me scared? I was going to Snowden, but the trees were filled with cameras. I was scared, but then Sans came out and said, "You should never come here." He left. I was going to the place where he would normally say, "Hide in this lamp." But he said, "Hide in the snow." I did. Then Papyrus came with red armor and a cool steel sword. And he said, "Sans, if there is a human, kill him. Give me the body and the soul is mine." I froze. Sans said, "Don't move." I moved to the puzzle to find a bloody Papyrus. He said, "Human, you should die. Then help Tail Lucky 7 played." I was scared, and then I won the puzzles. Then Papyrus said, "Fight me." A Lucky 7 Papyrus fight played every time. I spared Papyrus. He said, "Show no mercy." I did that, then he died. And then a realistic scream, not like the Sonic EXE crap. I was then fighting Asgore for some reason, and he said, "I need your soul, I want my revenge, you need to die." I fought Asgore and then Omega Flowey, and Flowey said, "You can't reset this, this is your fate." And then the game crashed, and I will never play Undertale again. Now, for those of you that followed me along, you probably noticed that I reworded a lot of what was written, simply because if I read it exactly the way it was written, you probably wouldn't understand anything I was saying. In fact, reading it, I wasn't understanding anything that was said until I kind of switched things around. Again, to be fair, I'm going to go ahead and critique this. I actually went ahead and wrote in the comments saying, "This is a great summary." And that's exactly what this is. This is a really good summary to an Undertale creepypasta of the cameras and all that, and then as well as the characters acting weird. But again, there's no real tie to that. Like, why do the characters want to kill them? It doesn't really make sense. So, again, I don't know what else to say about that. It really does seem like this was written in complete satire. So yeah, please, Reddit God, don't get angry with me. That sounds really weird to say. Okay, on to the next one. This is also by Reddit God 101. And again, link below if you want to follow along. Story number 2, Pokemon Lost X. I was a Pokemon fan. Well, you already knew because of the plush collection. But now there was the basement. And I liked that because of the game. Okay, let me back up. Okay, I had this game from GameStop, and of course it was used, but I looked at the profile and it said, "Gone, you're next." I was assuming the person thought I was scared of the creepy Pokemon music, but then Lavender Town played, the worst version. Still, I played, but then the select I picked on they would look depressed. Well, I picked a Finnegan. What's a Finnegan? Till then, the name was Why Me? Well, I didn't care. I'd tell Wild Caterpie, well, I thought they farming, XP farming, what? Okay. But then I said, why me? But then it said, why me is too depressed to fight. Then the wild one attacked. I couldn't attack. I used the Pokeball, alas, it succeeded. Oh, at last it succeeded. But then it said, you threw a Pokeball, so no one will get it. Well, I was sad because the Pokemon will never see the light again. I was encountered by the trainer. He said, your Pokemon doesn't like you. I wonder why, then he left me alone. What the What? I wasn't made for the... What? What he was made for that Pokemon I kept in the Pokeball. I have no clue what this sentence means. What he wasn't made for the... Okay. Well, the next wild Pokemon was a Weedle. I caught it, but then it said you could throw it in acid. I was sad because the Pokemon died. I looked at my character. It said it hates wild Pokemon. Why? I thought, wait, what? Why though? I thought my day wouldn't get what 8 badges, how your soul is revenge. Why? I was wondering that, but then it said a wild Pokemon kill your mom and dad. Why would I want to kill them? But then in the news, the trainer has been killing Pokemon. I looked at the face, it was gone, just black darkness. He looked like the Pokemon, a summoner her. I heard a scream, it was so loud, it sounded real. My Finnegan was dead, I had a gun. I shut the game off and promised myself to never use used games. Okay. Alright, so the only thing I got out of this, and I'm going to go ahead and break down the story for you. This person is a Pokemon fan. This person got this used Pokemon game from GameStop. This person played the Pokemon game, and apparently the last save was called Gone You're Next. The Pokemon Finnegan, apparently, that he picked out was called Why Me automatically, and then when he went to farm EXP points, he apparently killed all the Pokemon instead of just fainting them. And then somehow the trainer in the game killed his mom and dad and then killed himself. I have no clue. This was written so badly, I literally, like, even after practicing reading it a couple times, I still couldn't get a decent idea out of this. Like, again, this makes a really good summary, but it's so bad. The English is just, oh god. Okay. I really don't know what else to say. Reddit God 101, you need to fix your English, you need to learn how to use punctuation, and if you're gonna write even crappy pastas, you gotta learn some grammar and some punctuation, because that was awful, dude. Okay? No offense. Alright, now the last one is made by someone different. This is by Awesome Dude 77. This one is not safe for work. I am telling you now, it's not safe for work. Please leave now because it contains themes that are a little bit not suitable for children. I will be age restricting this video because of this, and it's not monetized. I'm not worried about any of that. But anyway, now that you've had your warning, if you're still here, that's great. This one is called The Exploding Cock of Doom EXE. Tonight, I'm going on a date with Seymour Cox from my sex ed class. He has asked me out over 8 times, and I always run him away. This time, I thought I'd sing for it. I mean, why not? Who is it cramping? Seymour Cox is one of the busty kind of guys who gets straight Z's in every subject. He's kind of a porn star applica. It was Monday night when I heard a queef at the door. It was Seymour Cox holding a bouquet of Wolverines. He bowed and then handed one to me and said, "You look ugly, my dear. Shall we?" I almost jiggled from laughter, but held it in the best I could. I took his... Okay. I have to say this with a straight face. I took his penis and he exploded me to his cheese car. We drove to a restaurant that was overlooked my mom. He ordered Asian noodles, wolf fingers, poop gravy, and a huge dead cat burger with piss. I just wanted a poo with a glass of blood. I guess he thought I was crappy, but his outfit made me lose my appetite. A brown plaid coat with a button-down pants tucked in and an oversized underwear on. After dinner, he drove me home. We talked about why assassins are so sexy, which was amazing. And then he walked me to my safari. He kissed me on the... Oh my god. He kissed me on the pussy, out of all the places, then scratched his ass and said I was... Damn. Then scratched his ass and said I had unwashed time. Let's burn again sometime. I nodded my boob yes, then quickly went inside. I felt hyper seeing him again in school, but we usually just say, "Yo, what's up?" It's extreme trends here. When we exploded into each other in the school sex dungeon. Oh my god. The fuck was this? I can't. Oh my god. I'm probably gonna leave in half the laughter. I'm so sorry. Okay, so I I'm not even gonna critique this because this was obviously made as satire. I mean, who the hell would make a creepypasta called The Exploding Cock of Doom? And obviously, you know those Mad Libs? This literally sounds like one of those. It sounds like a Mad Lib. That's it. That is 3 really bad crappy pastas. So, if you like this video, please make sure you click like. If you want to hear more of my beautiful voice, remember to subscribe. And that's pretty much it for now. And if you have any other crappy pastas that you recommend, please let me know in the description, or no, let me know in the comments. Wow, this was so bad, even my English is starting to mess up. So yeah, that is all for now, and thank you so much for listening. Good night.